But right now, $100 of Allie's money is up for grabs every morning right around this time. Every day becomes a payday here at KROQ. And you got 5 questions about what's been going on in the world. If you've been paying attention, take $100 from Allie every single morning.
She leaves crumbs everywhere when she chews. I wonder if Allie even knows the news. Mama. Pew, pew.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Nice.
Lovely song.
How does he know that I leave crumbs everywhere?
Because you can hear it. You can actually, if you listen to the show, especially if you listen on the podcast where you can listen over and over again, you will hear crumbs falling out of Allie's mouth almost the entire show. It's the Ritz. It's the Ritz effect. You know, you're addicted to Ritz, as we learned last week.
I know. I really went off the wagon over the weekend, actually.
Alyssa, welcome to KROQ. Good morning.
Good morning.
You feeling smart?
Yeah, just trying to wake up at work right now.
It is a brutal Monday, maybe one of the more difficult Mondays of the year, and I want to add today to my list of Mondays that should be national holidays, and that is the Monday where the clocks go back and we lose an hour or whatever happened.
The clocks don't go back; they go forward.
Well, whatever it is, Allie, we lost an hour. Everyone's going. We're so exhausted right now. Most people don't even think about because who really has to set a clock? No one does. It's all done automatically.
It's an hour.
Yes, I understand.
And it seems like it would be so insignificant,
it's not.
But it's not.
Everyone is in a funk now.
It sucks.
And everyone's going to be smashing their cars into each other today. One giant game of bumper cars out there on the road. And you should just stay. It should just be a national holiday. That's all I'm saying.
But it's so
funny
to me that every year it's like, it's 5, but it's really 4. Crash.
I can't figure it out.
It's like, what?
It is
Why
simple.
does it make a difference?
Listen, it's simple math. We should be able to figure it out. But for some reason, we're all confused.
I know.
Especially me. Allie's going to leave the studio now. We got 5
bye.
questions for Alyssa. If she does better than you, she gets $100 of your money. And it goes just like that. Alyssa, please wake up a little bit. Your round of Allie Knows the News starts right now.
Allie Knows the News.
According to the Academy, this is the best picture of 2023/4, I guess. Best picture of the year. Which movie got it?
Oppenheimer.
Question number 2. It's been revealed, and I think this is the most shocking news story of the weekend, that the Cookie Monster's name is not actually Cookie Monster. What is it?
Crazy Cookie Monster.
All right, back at Cookie Monster. Fair enough. We go to question number 3. This beer is coming out with an advent calendar for March Madness.
Dang, I don't drink beer. Budweiser.
Question 4. The legendary guitarist joined Ryan Gosling on stage as part of the I'm Just Ken performance at the Academy Awards. Which rock guitarist was up on stage shredding?
Just saw that and I don't remember. Oh, God. I saw that somewhere.
If you don't know the answer, just keep yelling at yourself. I like that.
Because everyone looks at me at work.
People are looking at you as you yell at yourself?
Yeah.
What do you do for a job?
I scan papers. I'm in an office.
You're in an office. Okay, fair enough. I'll accept that. We go to question 5. Murray the Magician has been suspended from this local iconic venue after exposing magic tricks to the public.
Exposing.
Which local
private
iconic
bar?
venue is he no longer allowed to go to?
Venue.
Say what?
I thought it was a private bar.
This woman's drunk, I think. You want to be in the AA Avengers? I feel like I'm picking that up. All right, well, let's go ahead and bring Allie back in. We'll score it together. If you're listening along, yelling at your radio, I don't blame you. But here's the good news. Tomorrow, right around this time, you'll have a shot to take $100 of Allie's money, assuming she doesn't have to pay off Alyssa right now. Allie, Alyssa is at work right now. She's been yelling at herself quite a bit for answers she should have known but didn't. And we will score this together, and here we go.
Okay.
Alyssa, you could win this. Hold on. Listen closely. Question number 1. According to the Academy, this is the best picture.
Oppenheimer.
Okay. Now, Omar does not agree. Omar, what was more boring, baseball or Oppenheimer?
Oh, I'm going to call that a tie, dude.
A tie?
Equally as
Wow.
boring, yeah.
That's correct. Omar gets a point. That is the best picture. Allie got that right. She said that as well. It's tied up 1-1. We go to question number 2. It's been revealed that Cookie Monster's name is not actually Cookie Monster. What is it?
Right. It was originally... Wasn't he stealing, like, cheese wheels?
What?
That is
What?
That's not his name.
Huh?
Say what, Jake?
That is right. That was like a temporary name, but his actual name is not that thing that Allie's thinking.
I know. You have a guess, Allie, or no? Just cheese wheels.
Cheese wheels.
His actual name apparently was Sid or Sydney was the official name.
What?
Because of Sydney Sweeney. Everyone now is claiming that they also were named Sid. He also...
You like different big round things.
Yeah. Cookies, by the way, is obsessed with breasts. We found out. All right, no one gets the point on that. Yeah, that was the big story, the big bombshell that dropped over the weekend. Cookie Monster has an
I did see
actual
something
name.
about the history of him, but I
Question
didn't read the
number
whole
3.
thing.
This beer is coming out with its own advent calendar just in time for March Madness, a March Madness themed advent calendar. Which beer is doing that?
Let's do Michelob.
Oh, said nobody ever. She said Budweiser. The correct answer is Coors Light is doing it. Coors Light. No one gets the
But
point.
it's all just Coors Light, right?
Allie, they own a lot.
Every time?
Allie's up. Allie, sorry, it's tied up still. Wow, I'm shocked. Still tied 1-1. Going to question 4. This legendary guitarist joined Ryan Gosling on stage as part of his I'm Just Ken performance.
Slash.
Slash! Alyssa, it was Slash. You knew that. You were thinking it. But you couldn't come up with it. And finally, question number 5. Allie goes up by 1. Murray the Magician has been banned from this local iconic venue after exposing magic tricks to the public.
Oh, the Magic Castle.
That's right. Suspended. Well, Alyssa.
Only suspended?
Yeah, it's weird. What do you have to do to get expelled from the Magic Castle?
Oh, my God, you have to kill another
I know a guy
magician.
that got threw up in a plant there. He was allowed to go back the next day. Hey, Alyssa, you put in a decent effort. Not really, though. And unfortunately, Allie beat you and she holds on to her money. And what must you shamefully admit over the airwaves of KROQ? Go ahead. I think she can't talk because she's at work.
Oh, really?
She said, yeah, she was starting to have to.
Oh, okay. I didn't know I was on.
Go ahead.
Are you...
What was the question?
Are you...
the question?
She's my new favorite, Carrot. I think.
What was the?
What do you?
I think she is drunk. I think
Yeah.
you're right, Klein.
Have you been
No,
drinking?
I was working.
Oh, working. Yeah, that's what we call it too.
Yeah, right.
No officer else working.
All over.
All right, Lisa. Thank you for playing Allie Knows the News. And by the way, that kind of sucks because the reality is, I feel like everyone at some point in their life could win one cool thing. Like, what is, if you think about it, Allie, like, what is the coolest thing you ever won? I know the coolest thing I ever won. No question.
Well, you almost won a car, right?
I did win a car. I just wasn't allowed to keep it because I was underage and I didn't realize there was a rule that you had. But I won a raffle.
Which is so annoying that they can't just go to one of your parents and be
Crazy.
like, hey, sign off on this.
I couldn't believe I won a Hummer. Before Hummers, before you could even buy Hummers, like when they were just the way that people look at the Cybertrucks now is the way that people first looked at Hummers when they saw them on the road. They were like, "Oh my, what is this giant tank driving through the streets?"
Right.
And there was before they even had the ones that were like the residential Hummers, they had ones that were like kind of still military
Looking, right.
They were military looking. And there was a raffle one time, and I put in my name, and of all the thousands of tickets, they pulled out my name. And I've never won anything before I was so excited to win this thing. And then
Did they call you, or how did you find out?
They called my name, and
you were literally there in person.
Yeah, I went up.
Wow.
That's my car. And then they said, all right, we'll take another one now.
Someone get a booster seat in here so that he can see over the steering wheel.
It's like I knew that was my one win in life. Like it was wasted. And then obviously there was all those close calls, like this guy that won the $1 million slot machine after I stood up, and the person that got the Royal Straight Flush because I moved my seat because of the cigar smoke was getting my face.
Right. You have a lot of sad almost.
A lot of sad almost.
But imagine what your life would have been if you had won that Hummer.
Probably
what would F and Kevin's life have turned into?
That would have been way cooler.
If you really
Probably.
had all the girls you would have gotten because they would have been like, wow, cool Hummer.
Man, I would have so many Hummers I would have gotten.
I've only won a couple things in my life. I did win a raffle at one of the last office parties, and I won lift tickets.
Then we made you give them away,
And
right?
you made me give them away. So
That's
that
right.
was a really happy moment that then was a sad moment.
That's right. Allie got the lift tickets at the company holiday party.
The only other thing that I have ever won is I won that corn collection in 5th grade.
This coin collection.
I still have the coin collection.
Yeah, well,
and
couldn't
I
have
think
gone
it's
to
completely worthless.
Couldn't have gone to a
Take it to
better
the pawn shop.
El Cheapo. Oh yeah, let Jake
I can give it to you.
Jake's going back to the pawn shop this week to try to ask for a refund on the item that he sold to them, the Pez dispensers. And I don't think Mama's going to like that. I don't think Nonia's going to like it. I definitely know that Crowell's not going to like this at all.
Well, the thing with my coin collection is I have not preserved it or kept it in good condition in any way. It's just in the same plastic bag that I got it in when I was in 5th grade. And I'm pretty sure I asked somebody who knew about coins what they were worth, and they're not worth really anything. I think it was like $20 was the value of the whole bag.
Well, Allie got all excited because I think the coin collection she won was when they started like stamping specialty quarters per state, and she's like, "This is going to be my retirement plan," because it says Iowa on the back of this quarter.
Some of them are all weird. They have like holes in them and stuff. There's like a hole in the middle of one of the
foreign coins.
Yeah, and there's like a franc, a Swiss franc. They don't make those anymore. We're on the euro now.
If you go to any Coinstar machine on the planet and just reach into that reject drawer, you'll find you'll find your full coin collection.
There's one that's like a tinier than a penny. It's like the tiniest coin you've ever seen. That's got to be worth something.
I did that move again. Every time after I move, at one point, I end up with, look at all this weird change I found floating around in random drawers and pockets. This has got to be worth $1 million if I just put it all in that dumb coin store.
I know.
machine.
You want to be part of one of those stories that's like person moves and discovers something valuable in their stuff or the other person's stuff, but we're never going to be those people.
I was in line at the Coinstar, and of all the lines you could wait in, it is truly the saddest of the lines.
Wow, you really went to a Coinstar?
Yeah, because I had 3 Ziploc bags full of just random stuff that I had found, and some of them had been moved to move. And I go, if I pour it all in my mind, I go, maybe it's $500.
What was it, like 15?
Well, most of the stuff that it shot, most of the coins got shot back out because that thing is so picky. Like if there's like a little gum on it or if a couple coins are stuck together, it won't take them.
Yeah, man. No, Coinstar's a ripoff. You got to go to the bank. You got to roll them all up.
Forget that.
You got to
Who's
ask
doing
them for
that?
the little sleeves.
You get your kids to do it. That's what I did.
Oh,
it's
God.
genius.
Yeah, because the Coinstar takes 12%.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
BS.
I couldn't even believe and then he asked me, or I could let it take no percent and give it to charity. I was like, yeah, right.
I'd rather Coinstar have it.
Yeah. I said,
You need it more than those kids.
I said, you want to see a charity? Look at this line at Coinstar right now.
I know.
You should spit out this money to the people in line with me.
Seriously.
I mean, it was really, it's such a sad line. Everyone there's
all
holding.
the time.
I believe it.
You
'cause
are?
Everyone looks like Jake in the Coinstar line.
Yeah.
And everyone's got their own little. No one's got a proper container for their change. You got some people holding it in 2 like handfuls. You got people that have Ziploc bags. You got these sad.
like an old soda bottle.
Yeah, it's all sad.
Yeah.
Everything's
My
sad.
cargo shorts are very heavy.
And there's one child like that's doing it that probably just had a lemonade stand that's like, oh, this will be my college fund.
Oh.
And everything else, it's just different levels of sad. And every time someone goes up and pours it in, it's disappointment upon disappointment because I think in everyone's brain we're like,
I have $1 million.
yeah, no one knows what it is. They go like, I don't know what this is worth, but it's got to be worth a ton. And then they go, beep, beep, boop, beep, beep, boop, boop, $6.43. Or, we'll take our percentage of it and you'll get a $5 bill. And everyone's like, God damn, this sucks.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News. All news, no snooze.
Okay, the Oscars overall were long, but Jimmy Kimmel was great. John Cena came out on stage naked, and Oppenheimer won everything. It won Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Director, Best Supporting Actor, Best Editing, Best Cinematography, and Best Original Score. So I guess I'll finish it.
You know how, Allie, we always say with the Olympics, it's too hard to tell how talented these people are because they're the world's best competing against the world's best, and you need to have, like, regular average people in all of the events as well just to get a sense of really how good these people are.
So you need to put some crappy movies in there?
No, you need to get regular people to decide what is the best movie of the year and not the industry because
yeah, but that's people's choice, and then it's just a popularity contest. Then they just vote for the hottest people.
That's how it should be. I only want the hottest people up on stage. I don't know how Sydney Sweeney didn't win anything last night. It's a goddamn shame is
for
what
that
it is.
rom-com she was in?
Yeah, give her all the awards.
Barbie won nothing except Billie Eilish won for Best Song, so the Academy seemed to double down on the snubbing for that. Emma Stone, Klein's favorite, won Best Actress for Poor Things. This is some of the speech that Klein was talking about earlier.
I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, my God, I'm totally... Okay. Oh, boy, this is really overwhelming. Sorry, okay. And my voice is also a little gone. Whatever. I think I blacked out.
So that was just part of what she said.
Stop it.
But you know what? She does kind of have that same thing that Anne Hathaway has, where it's like, I don't really know how I got here and everything. And I do kind of get what you mean.
First Oscar win, you can do that whole, oh my God. Once you start winning again and again, at some point you just go, all right, I'm a legend. Accept it. You don't have to play the whole.
Well, I mean, 2 is not a lot. And I feel like when she did this movie, like, I don't think anyone thought this movie was going to be such a big thing with the Oscars.
Don't defend. You would be one of those bumbling fools, too, Allie. You'd be like, I'm just a theater girl.
Yeah, I get upset because every stupid voiceover thing I audition for, they want me to sound like Emma Stone.
Right.
They're like, we just want someone to sound like Emma Stone or a tampon. And I always book the tampon ones.
Yeah, you crushed it.
Oh, my gosh, I'm so grateful.
Yeah, when you did your VO on the show, I mean, I'll tell you, there's no one that was better at being a tampon than you.
The direction for this was to sound like Emma Stone.
Hold on, this was Allie. Here we go.
I rip nasty all day, every day.
Yeah, that's right. Crushed it. That's good VO right there.
Robert Downey Jr. won his first Oscar, which was exciting for him. He's a guy who obviously went through a lot of ups and downs in his life and his career. And Kimmel even mentioned that he once played a villain in a movie where Tim Allen was a dog.
Hey, I'm a tampon.
There I am.
Book that woman.
But please book me. Here he is now in a role that he claims saved his career yet again, and this is who he decided to thank first.
I'd like to thank my terrible childhood and the Academy in that order. I'd like to thank I'm a veterinarian, I meant wife, Susan Downey over there. She found me a snarling rescue pet, and you love me back to life. That's why I'm here. Thank you.
Some people were criticizing him for having, quote, lack of class because he ignored Ke Huy Quan, who handed him the Oscar. But I feel like, because Taylor Swift kind of got flack for that, too, when she accepted her Grammy. And it's like, you don't know what people are... Like, they're in the moment. Obviously, people, Taylor Swift's won 1 million Grammys, but this is his moment of winning his first Oscar ever after he probably thought he was going to be just dead at one point because of the way his life was turning out.
There's a funny part earlier in the show where Kimmel said this must be the highest point of Robert. He goes, second highest. And then he pointed to his nose. It was great.
I know. And then he was like, are you saying that's too on the nose or are you like on something?
I'm sure the ratings for the Oscars were up this year. They had nudity, they had drug references, all the things Americans really like.
Yeah,
they worked it back in.
All right, how would you like an iconic, legendary, 15-story, potentially haunted L.A. landmark? You could be the proud new owner of the Cecil Hotel because it has officially gone on the market. There is no asking price listed, but the listing just went up on LoopNet. And if you have not seen the Cecil Hotel documentary, you'll know the entire history of the people who have died there, the potential murders there, the serial killers who stayed there.
It is in a really grimy part of downtown L.A.
It's in a bad part of L.A. And also the owners, there's had a lot of different owners over the years, and they always have this like, all right, we're going to shellac some new paint on it. We're going to change things. This is going to be the big turnaround that the Cecil Hotel needs. And then it just kind of resumes being this weird, dingy, haunted place, and then they want to change ownership again.
Yeah, and by the way, the amount of death in that place, in the water tank, in the hotel, in the rooms.
Richard Ramirez stayed there for a while.
I don't know why Omar's not buying it. You are a real estate mogul. It seems like that should be your next investment in your portfolio, the Cecil Hotel. When I saw that was for sale, and I'm sure they're going to, look, it's downtown L.A. I'm sure it's still going to get tens of millions of dollars, whatever it's worth, just for the land. But I feel like if someone were to give that to me, I would want nothing to do with it. That place is haunted and cursed. The problem is that they're trying to fill it with people who want to rent the hotel, that want to like rent rooms. I think they should just turn it into like a museum or a. Well, you could make it a cool tourist thing because people that are obsessed with all the those shows would go there and spend the night and be like, oh my God, I survived the Cecil. You could sell, you could merch alone.
It should all be that. Because what they're doing is they're allowing people to stay there and take pictures, but it's also still, a hotel where everyone goes to do drugs and commit crimes.
Right.
So those people that go for like touristy reasons then leave scared S-less. So you got to pick one. Oh man, Klein, I think I committed the worst party foul of all time
you
this
showed
weekend.
Up? You went?
I was there.
You arrived. That is, with your Allie, that is as big a failure.
No, it was my wife's birthday weekend. Okay. And we all went to an Airbnb, and we all stayed together in this one house. And I
saw you were at Disney this weekend.
I was, yeah.
So where you stayed in Anaheim somewhere?
Yeah, somewhere. Well, actually, it was a little bit farther out because it was cheaper, the Airbnb. It was like good 20 minutes away from Disneyland.
How much does it suck to be in any sort of a relationship with Allie where
we chose the Airbnb together, all right? We decided, and we looked at a bunch of different places, and Katie liked this one the best, but it was one of those places where, like, once you get in there, you realize that it's not that nice. They just made it look nice. They put, like, some nice-looking countertops, but the house is kind of, like, falling apart. It was one of those.
It's way more important than having a good Airbnb is having a good photographer that can take a mediocre or a lousy Airbnb.
Us.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And by the way, this is not the first time you have fallen for pictures. You booked your wife one time at a one-star hotel in Vegas off the Strip.
The pictures looked great.
Because the pictures were like the close-ups of a vase of flowers or something.
Yeah,
You're
it was
like,
such a pretty vase.
Right. She didn't realize the room was it was like the Cecil Hotel.
No, we got there. One of the beds was broken. It was bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, I decided to try and make up for it by doing a little grocery run. And no one had asked me to do this, but I was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to pick up the party supplies. I got some good food. I got some booze. I got a couple different kinds of beers. I got some IPA, some regular. I got some tequila. I came back and I was like, hey, I've got everything. So I was kind of the hero, right? I showed up. Everyone was kind of disappointed in the Airbnb, but I made up for it. I brought everybody drinks. So we decide to get comfortable. We start drinking. We're playing music. We're having a great time. And as the night goes on, everyone's like, man, this beer is so good. And I was like, thank you. And they were like, I haven't heard of this one before. And I was like, well, I don't know. I just saw it and I thought I would grab it.
So,
Well, it was $11.99 for a 12-pack. And then I found out why. Because at one point, Katie was like, I thought I'd be drunker than I am now. I've had like 6 of these. And another guy that was with us in the party was like, well, you guys know you've been drinking non-alcoholic beer all night. And I was like, what are you talking about? And everybody all night long had been drinking 0% hazy IPA and 0% Stella.
Well,
I bought Stella.
This is one of the biggest problems now with this new dry trend is that all of the brands that we've known forever, like even that they've got that, what did I just see? White Claw is doing just seltzer water.
Seltzer, but it looks like regular White Claw.
So everyone's sitting around drinking and waiting for that buzz to kick in, and it just never kicks in.
Yes, and then not only that, everybody was mad that they had drank like all those calories for no reason, essentially.
A lower calorie, I think, right?
I was like, well, it's like 70 calories for a can, but
so
still, they were complimenting me on the choices that I had made because they tasted good, and then I realized later on that nobody was drunk because nobody was drinking any alcohol. And I just want a word to the wise. Can we make any non-alcoholic bottles look completely different than the original bottle? Like Stella looked like Stella. It looked exactly like the regular one, okay? And I didn't realize that at the grocery store, the aisle now of non-alcoholic beer is just as long as the alcoholic side.
Yeah,
so I just saw Coors and Stella and all that. I didn't see O'Doul's. I didn't see all the regular brands that are non-alcoholic.
Yeah, it used to be one little sad little case at the bottom, like covered in dust, you know, where they'd be like, do you have it? And they'd be like, yeah, there's one case in the back.
It wasn't an easy mistake to make before.
No, now you're saying, I mean, if you fell for it, it's still pretty easy of a mistake to make.
But there was a point where I was shopping where I was like, okay, this IPA is $12. That's a pretty good price. And then the Stella was like a 12. I can't remember. It was like $10 or something. And I was like, oh, cool. And then I went over to another section and there were more beers. And I was like, oh, gosh, there's even more selections over here. And those ones were all like $15, $20. And I was like, well, I think I got some good steals over here.
So you bought it because it was cheaper and you didn't realize that what you bought was 2 different brands of non-alcoholic beer?
Yes.
What kind
because I was in the non-alcoholic section.
What was the tequila you brought over? Was that apple juice by mistake too?
No, that was real.
Oh, that was real?
That was real. But I did buy that one. The other ones were like $30 or $40 a bottle. This one was $22.
Well, here's the solution. And that mistake, you know, remember fake guns used to look really realistic? And then they said, let's put that neon like orange cap on all the fake guns so that no one accidentally gets shot when they're playing with a toy gun. They got to put those like neon bottle caps on every non-alcoholic beer so no one accidentally makes this mistake
You're
again.
absolutely right, because down and down and down at the very bottom of the bottle in tiny font was 0.0%. And I couldn't see it. You're not looking.
And I think it's because a lot of people that don't drink or choose not to drink, because I was a part of that community for a little bit, not by choice, they like the illusion that they're kind of drinking. They don't like that big, bold, no booze. They kind of like the whole, everyone will think I'm just having fun.
Exactly.
Like the and so, but you got to do that bright neon bottle cap, because someone accidentally buying non-alcoholic beer is like one of the saddest stories ever.
Well, and like Jake, when he wasn't drinking, he was purposely buying non-alcoholic beer on a regular basis. And it's because of people like him that people like me make mistakes like that.
I'm sorry, you have to read.
No, it looked and tasted just like a Stella. Okay, there's no reason. I didn't even know they made non-alcoholic beer. And 626, I mean that Stella didn't. And 626 said, Klein, didn't Allie give you S because you got 24-hour purple?
That's
24-hour energy purple, and this is the same thing. The labeling needs to be clearer.
Well,
I'm with Klein now.
When I drank the sleep juice, which turned out to just be a 5-hour energy in a purple bottle, I also was angry because
all non-alcoholic beer has to be purple.
That's a good idea.
But you know what? The next morning, everyone was like, you know what?
I feel great.
I'm not hungover, so thank you.
Let's meet someone who was on a first date this past weekend and would like to give us all the details with a quick little round of where'd you go, how far'd you go. Hit it!
Where'd you go? How far'd you go? Did you guys go play bingo? Where'd you go? How far'd you go? Did you guys take it slow or no?
Is this Jessica?
Yeah, that's me.
Hey, Jessica, how goes it?
Good morning. How are you guys?
Doing okay. You're going to be brutally honest with us and share all the details of this date you went on.
Yes.
Okay, before we get to it, though, we each get one question as we try to figure out where'd you go, how far'd you go, the two most important questions that anyone will ask you when you go on a date. Before we get into the questions, though, how did you meet the person you went out with? Like, how did you originally connect?
So we met at a bar.
Oh, old school.
So in person at the bar, you didn't meet online first?
Nope. At a bar.
And what was the move? Like, who approached who? What was the opening line? How did the whole thing come about where you actually decided to go on a date?
So he approached me, asked for my number, and then I didn't think he was going to text me. I actually didn't think so. And then next thing I knew, I got home and he did and said, I want to take you out. And I was like, oh, okay.
Wait, hold on. The first line, not even a hi, how are you, anything at all. Just straight up to you and said, hey, let me get your number.
No, he did say hi, but I mean, he was the one that approached me and asked for my number, though.
But did he have a pickup line? What was the first thing he said to you other than hi?
No, because I was actually there with someone else, and so he was just like, we were all having a conversation.
Oh, so smart.
But you were there with a different date, or you were just there with other friends?
No. Another friend.
Oh, got it.
You make it seem like you're just having a chat. I'm not here for anything other than just conversation, and then
just
boom.
walking up to the group.
Let me get that number. So smooth right there. Postmaster Johnny says very rare now to even do the numbers. A lot of handles.
Instagram.
Here's my IG. Here's my TikTok.
For him, he says, you can't just keep adding all these contacts at his phone. It'll
it's
get
true because
clustered.
I'm really bad with names too. So.
Right. Yeah. So and plus, you want to do some digging. Like everyone loves to do some background checking now. So it's hard to with just a number. But if you start doing, you can go through someone's IG. You can at least figure out a few things. All right. We each get one question, then we'll try to figure out where'd you go, how far'd you go on the actual date. Thank you in advance for your honesty. Allie, give her question number one.
All right. Is there any bar game or otherwise that you're really good at, like darts or flip cup or even just any kind of drunk game at home?
No, I suck.
You suck at every game.
Yes, I suck at every game.
Interesting.
My coordination is just bad. I don't even know how to ride a bike.
But is it like cute bad where they're like, oh, you're so bad at darts?
Cute.
Okay, yeah. I see that.
Do you really?
I play it on my advantage.
Do you really not know how to ride a bike?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I don't want to be Allie, so I don't want to risk it.
That's smart
what
right there.
What a smart girl.
Yeah, I
just don't want to be Allie.
As you know, Allie is a professional bike rider. And
no, I'm not.
Well, let's just go ahead and listen.
Here we are. First bike ride. That's someone who learned how to ride a bike.
Actual sounds of Allie falling off of a bike.
It's hard. There's half the wheels.
Well, she did see a man and got scared. All right.
He was walking right in front of me.
Question number 2. Jake, what is your question for Jessica, who's on the phone, who just got off of a date?
You say you play Advantage, right? That's a video game system?
No, I mean, I play like the whole, I don't know how to play bar games as towards my advantage. Cause, it's
okay.
Yeah.
I was going to ask what your favorite video game is.
Oh, no, I don't play video games.
Boo.
What a nerdy.
I asked about games and he asked about video games.
Yeah, Jake, you're like the worst, man. I think we're going to drop you out of the Where'd You Go?
Did you say you play Advantage? Man, love that game.
Okay.
You just made her so much lamer. And she did. Omar, what's your question for Jessica?
Yeah, Jessica, I want to know if you saw Oppenheimer or if you saw Barbie. Have you seen any of those two movies, and what did you think about them?
I loved Barbie, and I did not see Oppenheimer.
There you go.
All right, good.
I don't want to fall asleep, so that's why.
There you go. Yep.
Terrible
movie.
I fell asleep twice.
I'm trying to figure out where did you go, how far did you go on the date. Where on your body did you get your first tattoo?
My wrist.
Oh.
And what is it a tattoo of?
Harry Potter.
Oh, man. All right.
Harry Potter.
Is it of Harry
face?
Potter's face, or what is the Harry Potter tattoo?
No, it's a word.
Which word?
Always.
Okay, well, at least people don't outwardly know that that's Harry Potter related.
Until she brings it up and tells them.
Yeah.
All right.
Where'd you get that tattoo? It's
All right.
Harry Potter.
5. We learned a little bit about you. Now we're going to guess where you went, how far you went on the date. You met a guy at a bar. He came up, asked for your number. You gave him the number. Then he reached out to you. You went on the date. We learned that you have a tattoo of Harry Potter on your wrist. You were a fan of Barbie, never saw Oppenheimer. You don't play video games, and you're not good at bar games because you have no coordination and cannot ride a bicycle. Knowing all of that information, where did she go? How far did she go on the date? We each get one guess, and then the exciting conclusion. Allie, what do you think?
I think because of the situation that they met at a bar, I think that he wanted to stay in that same territory. He set up a time for them to go to a bar that he knows that he is like a kind of celebrity at, like his neighborhood bar, where they're like, hey, what's up? Da-da-da-da. And he's getting treated like royalty, so he's able to like look good in front of her, And then I think because it was a neighborhood bar for him, they were able to go right back to his place, and I think they totally smashed.
All
I
right,
think if they met in real life, they're totally going to have full sex.
Okay, local bar, full sex, Allie says. Omar Khan, where'd you go? How far did you go?
I think they went to just like a dinner like at a mid-range restaurant, something like Olive Garden, Red Lobster, something
Fast
like that.
Cash.
And then they went back to his house and they had sex. Yeah.
He says sex too.
She's giving sex.
She is.
Yeah.
She
When
does,
you're really full of heavy fettuccine Alfredo.
Yeah, nothing makes women hornier than a belly full of fettuccine.
Or that tour of Italy.
All right, Jake, I fear even going to you, but go ahead.
Okay, well, he said he wanted to take her out, so I don't think he took her out to a bar since they met there. I think he took her out to a restaurant, but it's sort of like known for their drinks, like a Yard House or a BJ's or something, and a movie, because he's a gentleman, and then they just made out in the car. That's it.
So just a heavy makeout in the car.
I didn't know taking someone to a movie is a gentleman thing to do.
That's right, Alex.
And he tipped the cap when he bought the tickets. Milady. He said milady all day.
That's what all gentlemen do.
He said milady all day. Is that correct?
No, don't answer yet. I think Jessica, that voice I'm hearing sounds like she had a weekend. She's got that Monday morning, just had a weekend voice.
Yeah, but you don't know if that's I had a weekend because it was great or, I had a weekend. I thought this guy was going to be great and he wasn't.
I think she did mouth stuff, and I think he did mouth stuff too. I think they reciprocated mouth stuff. But the question is, where did they go first? And I don't think it was a big meal thing at all. But I do think they had drinks because obviously they're drinkers. Mm-hmm. And so I just think listen to that laugh. Mm-hmm, that laugh means I'm onto something. So they had drinks, but I think they just went right to someone's place for drinks.
They just went to someone's house?
Yeah, I don't know if it's hers or his, but there was drinks had, followed by mouth stuff. Are any of us exactly right, Jessica?
You guys are all kind of right.
We're all kind of right. How is that even possible? All right, moment of truth. Where'd you go? How far did you go on the date?
So we went to, a seafood restaurant. And then after that, we went dancing to 2 different places.
Oh, wow.
That sounds like a great night out.
Hold on.
Totally.
Yeah.
Seafood and dancing?
Yep.
All right.
You're going to puke in 5.
And but I didn't eat a lot. We didn't eat a lot. But we did drink. And then we got a room, and yes.
Oh, you got a room.
Yeah.
Why did you have to get a room? You weren't near any of your places, and you just decided to get a hotel?
Far. Yeah, we were kind of far.
Wow. So you got a room by the second dance place, like a room by the hour? You spent the night there?
We spent the night there.
Wow, good for you.
And full sex was had?
Yeah, everything.
How was it?
Pretty bomb.
Just once, or how many times?
What happened?
How many times?
Like a lot.
Wow, nice.
Wow, that is a success.
That's awesome.
Seafood Tower. Allie, she went.
Seafood Tower.
She went. I mean, I'm trying to figure out if we added.
Exposition they did.
That's what they did right there. That's a wild. What a night.
That's a lesbian sex position.
Seafood,
usually.
Dancing, drinking, hotel sex, first time?
Yeah. No, technically that was our third date, and then Sunday, Netflix and chill.
Okay, so you spent like the whole weekend together.
That's girl math when they figure out how to turn the first date into the third date.
Yeah.
Because they go, well, we did meet at the bar. That was the first one.
So I can't believe you forgot my anniversary.
Right. That's why they went dancing at two places so that you could go. I guess
one date, two date,
three
date.
date all in one night.
Yeah.
All
So you're going to see each other again?
Probably, yeah.
Wow. All right, keep us posted. Jessica, congratulations.
Thank you. It was nice talking to you guys. I was going to call the first time, but I didn't think Vanessa was going to think it was juicy, so.
Oh, well, Vanessa.
She loves it when it's juicy.
She loves it juicy.
This one was juicy.
Thank you, Vanessa. Good stuff. But first, thank you for everyone who sent messages wishing well of the death in the family that I had to experience on Friday.
Klein, I am so sorry for your loss. That is truly a tragedy for your family.
Yes.
But you know what? Maybe Reddy was just ready for the weekend. Maybe he was ready for the rear end.
No.
Also, your fish is
she's
dead.
Well, she reprised her role to sing her one line about the fish being dead. It was a very sad, touching funeral that we took place.
But this is a very different song for a different fish.
Right. Gave Reddy 2.0 the Viking funeral that he would have wanted.
Yeah,
down the
beautiful. You know, somebody was wondering if you really did pour fish gravel into your toilet.
I
and
did.
If you needed, you're an idiot. You really poured gravel into your brand new toilet? Did you have to call
It was
a plumber
not.
already?
That was not the plan to pour the gravel in. I thought the fish would. He was float. I thought he'd fall out first, and instead it was all of the stuff that was in the tank.
Wait,
the plant.
how much gravel did you stopped though? You didn't put it all in.
I didn't pour it all in.
Well, I'm in this already.
But I was committed at that point. So, yeah, that toilet's never going to work right ever again.
Oh, man.
So I'm afraid. My biggest fear now is that the first time someone goes there, it's going to be so jammed up from the gravel that the fish is going to pop up again.
Oh, my God. Cool.
And that's going to freak everyone
Reddy
out.
will come back.
Reddy will be like Jesus fish. Maybe on Easter we'll get Reddy back.
Oh, my God. Perfect timing.
Let's go ahead and this is very exciting, Allie, because there's a lot of people on the phone now that would like to join us. Nick and Eve and Mike and Chris and Michael, Leona, Jerry. A lot of people on the phone that want in. But to announce the winner of our next pair of lift tickets for Klein Alley Snow Ditch Day this Friday, the great Al Pacino.
This is the time, and I have to go to the envelope.
Oh,
for that.
Jesus. This is going to take some time.
Here it comes.
Oh, man.
And Maria, I see Oppenheimer.
No, that's not the winner.
His name is Michael. Michael?
Hey.
Marina
How's it
Del
going,
Rey.
guys?
Good news for you. Friday, whatever you're planning on doing, cancel it. You're in on ditch day, all right?
Sweet dibbits. Thanks, guys.
Sweet
Appreciate
dibbits.
it.
See
Looking
you.
forward. Excited. Woo.
All right, good stuff right there. We'll be assembling with the AA Avengers up on top of the mountain. Hold on 1 second, and we got more lift tickets coming up shortly. I'm going to... thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's right. Thank you, Al, for wrapping that up. Full circle. Allie, I need to ask you a question, and it will determine whether or not I continue a fight that I'm currently in with my wife or it ends right now.
Go on.
We made a deal when we moved, because we're in the process of moving, and I'm still living in and out of boxes, that part of the move would result in us spending not $1 on new furniture.
Wow, that's a great deal.
I said, I'm not buying anything new. We're not buying. Everything is going to just pick it up and put it down. If it was in the kitchen, it goes in the kitchen.
Did she agree?
She agreed. In theory, in principle, she agreed.
Yeah, but once you get into the house, that's never...
We've now gotten into the house, and the ceilings are low. So low, because I'm sure...
Why are they so...
What the heck? What are you talking about?
So that was like a selling point for you, and it has nice low ceilings so that you feel tall.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That the bed, you cannot put the bed up in the bedroom. Our bedroom.
It's that low that the bed won't even fit in?
Well, the bed will fit in, but you cannot put the stupid decorative poles on the side of the bed.
Oh, it's one of those fancy ones with posts on it.
Whatever it is. It's the one we've had this bed. I bought this bed 4 years ago because she had complained that we had not had a bed, since we're sleeping in the same bed we were in when we started dating. I said, what's wrong with that?
Well, and it's a
perfectly
nice
good
bed, isn't it?
It was a fine. I thought it was a fine bed. She said it was not. She said it was garbage. So finally, I said, all right, I'll buy a bed. And I said, how long do you think we get to keep this bed for? She goes, 20 years. We'll have this bed forever. I said, great. I want to die in this bed.
Great.
Mm-hmm. Now it's been 4 years. 4 years. We've moved now, and it does not fit. So I said, great. We'll just saw these things down. I'll get a guy in here. I got a guy in here by noon today with a saw, and we'll saw the top right off the bed.
So when you saw the top off, does it look like an unfinished bed?
Of course.
Well, that doesn't look good.
Well, who cares? It's a bed. It's for sleeping. You're not looking in it. You're sleeping in it and maybe banging in it.
Yeah, but if
you want it to look nice.
Yeah.
Why does that matter? You're supposed to back me up on this.
Listen, in the big picture, yeah, it doesn't matter, but you still want it to look nice.
So now here's what happens.
This is sawed off poles.
This is the slippery slope
sad.
now. So she now says, we got to get a whole new bed now. I said, whole new bed? We just went through this. We're not getting a whole new bed.
Are you just talking about the bed frame?
The bed frame. The whole frame.
Okay. Well, you can keep the mattress and everything.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I would like to believe, but it feels like now she's going, well, the new frame, so the sheets probably won't work. And I'm like, what do you mean the sheets won't work?
See, that's the thing that pisses me
are
off.
interchangeable.
You change one thing in the room, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you know what? Now the rug doesn't go.
Right. Okay.
Now those pictures don't go.
So now you bring up that. So then she says, and probably the rug.
And that's probably more expensive than the bed frame. Is the stupid rug.
And I said to her, how about we just you don't want the sawed off bed? Fine, I get it. Well.
Somebody on Craigslist will.
I said, that's fine. We'll just put the mattress on the floor. What's wrong with that?
Oh, yikes. Now you're getting into college student territory.
And that's what she said. She goes, what are you, in college? I said, yeah, a lot of people think that when they see me. They think that's a college boy.
I don't really have a bed frame. You know what you do is you just go bare mattress. With a
minimalist.
Yeah, we have a box spring, whatever, and then it's on a frame. But then we just have the headboard. It's not on the floor. We do have an underneath of the bed. It's on like a metal, I don't know
What's wrong with it on the floor? Why did everyone... It's so nice to just walk over to the bed and just fall onto it.
No,
I don't climb up to it.
That is nice when you're wasted.
So so anyway, it's this whole thing now. And then she started going trickle, trickle, trickle. And I said, listen, even Allie, El Cheapo, she will give me the real answer. So the answer is...
I wouldn't have bought a bed frame in the first place, so I'm not the right person to ask.
Damn it. Omar? Saw the bed, right? Saw it?
I think I need to see what it looks like sawed down.
Yeah, I mean, if you could saw it and then like paint it, maybe.
Yeah,
you can put like different little posts on top of it that you get on Etsy or something.
I told her we could just drill holes in the ceiling and push it through.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
She didn't think that was a good idea either.
Oh, come on.
This is really terrible. This whole thing is backfiring big time.
So wait a minute. Can you cut down the bottom part? Can you cut the feet?
Interesting theory, Allie. Interesting theory.
Because then you wouldn't notice that.
Yeah.
How much do you need? Like how many inches?
3 inches. All right. The Academy Awards were last night. The Oscars. Maybe you didn't watch. Maybe you did. Regardless, all that seems to matter is which fast food place the winners and losers go to immediately following the show. A lot of them hadn't eaten for hours or days leading up so they could squeeze into their dresses and or tuxedos. Not everyone can look like... Who was that naked guy that came out during the show?
John Cena.
John Cena. Not everyone can look like John Cena. I was actually looking at his body going, I don't even look like I'm the same species as him.
I know. It's
wild.
True. It's so true.
But I was actually changing, and I saw myself in the mirror.
Were you like look and go, I didn't even know we had muscles there.
The whole thing, I thought it was like CGI.
Yeah.
It was like a for real action figure.
It was just crazy. I know he's like, a specimen and stuff. But then they looked at
specimen.
Well, they looked at him, and then they cut to The Rock in the audience, and I'm like, I don't have anything in common with either of these guys. I'm not even. But anyway.
And even Jimmy Kimmel looks pretty good, and he just looks weird compared to him when they're standing next to each other.
Very true.
But it's all about the double photos afterwards.
So-
And especially when the Vanity Fair party, they started bringing In-N-Out. It got even more popular. So it's kind of like the go-to meal for everybody at the Oscars.
Yeah, we had no access to the actual Academy Awards. Only real media outlets get to go there. But we're at the In-N-Out in the heart of Hollywood. Right by there, less than, I think, 1 mile away from the actual Dolby Theater. And here we go.
Hey, it's Jake here at the In-N-Out in Hollywood after the Oscars. Hopefully finding some celebrities. Reporting Tate for JTN News with producer Vanessa.
Hello.
What do you think the odds are of us seeing someone famous?
I'm really, really hoping that it's 50%.
That's not a good confidence builder.
Yeah, that was not
That
confident.
You got to
she's-
start out realistic.
She's hoping that there's a 50% chance that we get a celebrity. So the odds already are not good.
I'm really hoping it's a coin flip.
5%. And we're really, really hoping for Jimmy Kimmel because he will for sure talk to us.
It would be a bummer if I was like, Jimmy, will you talk to KROQ? And he's like, no, f*** off.
You just cuss.
We can bleep this.
Yeah, that would be a bummer.
So there you have it. You
She's getting mad at him for cussing when they're out there.
There's our news team right there. It's Jake the Nerd and Vanessa. And
And
right,
she saved me, by the way.
right out of the gate, Allie, they found someone that was not a celebrity, but was there to pick up their food.
Oh.
And
what
Jake,
do you know?
Jake had a good backup
100%
plan.
chance of that happening.
What are the odds? Still 50%.
What's your name?
Livy.
Are you interested in the Oscars at all?
Kind of, yeah.
Do you know that this is kind of like a spot for sometimes celebrities to come to after the Oscars?
No, I did not.
That's why I'm here. I'm hoping to try to find someone famous. But just in case I don't, would you mind pretending to be Emma Stone for me?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome.
So Jake went to people that were getting their food and were only there to get their food and leave, and just saying to them pretty much, look, if this whole bit backfires, because we can't get actually famous people, just be the famous people. And it was kind of remarkable how many of them said, great, whatever.
Well, and Jake, did you mainly walk up to people inside of the In-N-Out, or did you go up to people that were in the drive-through line as well?
No, we were outside where all the tables were, and then we stayed out there. I think inside was way too loud, and I felt weird walking up to cars.
Did you bring the piece of carpeting with you?
We didn't have any carpet, but we did have a trophy.
You did?
All right, so we had something.
Yeah. We brought the Hamdogger trophy.
Oh, the Hamdogger
You brought
trophy?
the Hamdogger trophy?
Conflict of interest with the In-N-Out and the Hamdogger from Pink's, but starting a turf war there.
Emma Stone, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for talking to KROQ. How do you feel after your big win tonight?
I feel so awesome and blessed and amazing.
It's your second win for Poor Things. Was this the hardest role you've ever had to play?
Yeah, it was really tough, but I just had a great team with me.
And how do you get into the mindset of your character? What'd you do?
That's a good question.
You finally stumped fake Emma Stone. You know what, though? When you listen to her...
She's more well-spoken than the actual Emma Stone who won the award.
Yeah, real
she was
Emma
just like,
Stone.
I can't.
Yeah, this is actually...
I don't know. I looked at myself in the mirror and just stared until I felt a little bit delirious. And
Awesome.
Oh.
What did you order from In-N-Out tonight?
A double with fries and a strawberry shake.
Is that your go-to at In-N-Out?
Always.
There you go. That's Emma Stone, huh?
Are you a fan of fake Emma Stone, Klein?
I love fake Emma Stone. I don't like real Emma Stone acting all shocked that she wins all the stuff, but fake Emma Stone, I
Talking
like
about
her.
double-doubles. Love that.
That's something. Now, Al, you won't believe it, but he actually did have a big celebrity encounter there. This is Jake the Nerd at the In-N-Out in Hollywood last night after the Academy Awards came to an end.
What's your name?
Aiden.
How long you been in Los Angeles?
About 2 months.
What are you doing in Los Angeles?
I'm here on internship for film.
Oh, cool. Right on. All right, well, we're down here hoping to run into celebrities after the Oscars.
Oh, yeah?
And just in case I don't run into a celebrity, can you pretend to be Robert Downey Jr. for me and answer questions?
Robert Downey. I don't think I could pull off Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, I think you sound...
I don't have the look for it.
Well, this is radio, so you don't need a look.
Oh, that's true.
And you sound just like him.
I do?
So
Kind of sounds like Robert Downey Jr. when he was on drugs.
Right. So this is exciting now. This is our exclusive chat at the In-N-Out with Robert Downey Jr.-ish.
Can you try? Can you try your best Robert Downey Jr. impression to sound like a normal dude?
What's a line from Robert Downey Jr.?
You don't need a line. I'll just be like, hey, how's it feel to win your first Oscar?
Oh, yeah, it feels great,
Is there something going wrong on the In-N-Out line?
I think Jake is blocking the line of the In-N-Out with fake Robert Downey Jr.
It's been a while, but it's a long time coming, I guess.
Why'd you come to In-N-Out after you won?
Because it's delicious hamburgers. I mean, you saw me in Iron Man. I had to get a cheeseburger as soon as I came back to the United States after being in prison in Russia. I mean, I'm sorry, not in Russia, in in Afghanistan.
The fake Robert Downey. He's trying so hard. They really want to pull off the fact that they can be the guy, but he's so
he's
close.
pretending to be his characters from the movies.
You remember how much I love hamburgers from Iron Man?
If it wasn't for Oppenheimer, what other film do you think you did deserve an Oscar?
I don't know. I'd have to say Endgame. Avengers Endgame was one of the most popular films of the year at the time, so...
And made everybody cry.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it was the finale of the best part of Marvel before they went downhill and killed me off.
All right, Robert Downey Jr., can you give a shout-out to KROQ?
Oh, absolutely. I love KROQ 106.7, baby. That's what you got to listen to.
There you go. Robert Downey Jr., thank you for doing
He
that.
thanked us in his speech.
Sounds
you heard it here
beautiful.
first, folks.
Well, there's even more of these interviews with fake celebrities. Jake, no real celebrities went to the internet, huh?
No. Well, not that we saw.
But you said you think you saw people picking up In-N-Out for celebrities, right?
Yeah, there was a bunch of big, black, fancy
SUVs.
Big black what now? Hold on. Excuse me, who? What?
SUVs.
All right, fair enough.
With guys and all almost tucked up and with fancy outfits and hats.
Paul Giamatti did say before on the carpet if he won, he was going to go back to the In-N-Out, but he said he wasn't getting out of his car this time.
Yeah.
Because he knew Jake was there. KROQ, Klein Alley Show. Let's say hi to Alyssa and deliver some good news. Hi, Alyssa.
Hi.
I assume you would like to go see Weezer with Dog Star this Friday?
Yes, I would, please.
You're in.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Thank you so much.
The Lodge Room, the exact same show they put on back in 1992. At the time, Keanu Reeves was way more famous than Weezer. Now, I'd say it's probably pretty even, right?
Yeah, and it seems like they probably added a few zeros onto what they got paid by now.
Yes, I would imagine. Hold on one second. We'll be giving away tickets to this very exclusive, intimate show all week long right here on KROQ. You're very welcome. Hold on. That's happening Friday. So they got to work the kinks out. Not that Weezer really takes much of a break, but man, oh man, imagine. That was so crazy when he said that when they first played their first show, Dog Star went up, the place was packed with people.
Women.
And then as soon as they said, and now Weezer, everyone left. That feeling.
And now think about those people going, damn, I can't believe I left.
Yeah, I left before some unknown
Weezer's
band.
first ever performance.
Well, there you go. We got thanks, Rivers, for stopping by and all the details. We announced a lot just now. So every detail you missed, go to KROQ.com or the socials, Klein Alley Show.
Klein, would you consider yourself an expert at Disneyland at this point?
I don't want to be an expert. And
Are you a passhole?
I'm definitely not a passhole. In fact, you and Omar like to make fun of me, but I think my system for Disney is a strong system. But you guys always make fun of me.
It's a waste of money. And why even go?
Yeah, you go for 3 hours or something, don't you?
I'm there I'm there bright and early at 7 a.m. Sometimes they don't even open the park for a few hours. And I'm out by noon.
That's crazy, dude.
That's my plan.
Got to get out of there before any of those parades start.
I don't want any of the fun stuff.
Fireworks?
Never seen a firework.
Oh, my God.
I like to be gone before the... listen, it's a totally different experience. You got little kids. It can get real annoying real quick.
It is a very different experience with kids, but I think this is...
I love it.
I did... Well, we went for Katie's birthday over the weekend, and we did have a lot of fun. We actually just went to one park, which I highly recommend because there were less options, and you could just focus on one park. We were able to cover it a few times.
Is it true or false, by the way, Allie, that your wife wanted to wear a button that said birthday girl on it?
Well, so here's why I bring it up is because there's a couple of hacks that we wanted to try to get perks or front of line things. And one thing that I had heard about...
Should have borrowed that wheelchair from the Madonna show.
I don't want to be that big of a jerk. I'm not going to do fake wheelchair hacks, okay? But I did want to be honest about it. And
fake
one
crutches,
of the
though, you're okay with.
No, I don't want to lie about my medical status. I haven't tried the I have IBS thing either, out of respect for Jake.
That's Jake's move.
So I heard, though, that if you have a birthday pin, that they'll be nicer to you. Maybe
where did you hear this? Where did you hear this?
Online. And a friend told me that she did it as well, where they give you a birthday pin then everyone is like required to say happy birthday to you all day, and you get like royal treatment. So I went to one of the stores and I said, hey, can I have a birthday pin for somebody? And then they immediately got out the Sharpie and they were like, and what's their name? And I was like, Katie. And they were like, and would you like me to write her age? And I was like, no. And does she want a picture of a Mickey Mouse, a Minnie Mouse, or a Stitch? You know, they're like asking what character she loves. And I'm like,
for your adult wife. I mean, it's like so sad already. You should have backed away at that point.
So she gives me the button and I bring it to Katie. She's so excited. And we were disappointed to learn that I think when you're an adult, they don't really take the button thing seriously.
Nor should they. Good for them.
I saw them wishing happy birthday to all kinds of other kids that it was,
because she's an adult. Why does she need a happy birthday?
Proudly displayed Katie 2024 birthday.
You should have just kept getting her more and more buttons until she got the, praise she was looking for.
So the lines were long, obviously, and one of the other hacks that I had read about was that if you take your kid on a ride that they are too short for, and you go up to the, hey, let's see if you're tall enough thing, and the kid isn't tall enough.
Right, switch pass.
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
Okay, because I tried it, and it did not work.
What do you mean you tried it? You probably did it all wrong.
We walked up to I forget what ride it was, and it was something that he was definitely too short for.
You did it on purpose knowing he was too short.
Yes.
Right, smart.
Well,
he's a baby. He's in a stroller. Can he not even walk yet? I mean, it's like...
No, he can walk. He's 2.
Well, not walking well, though.
He's walking great. But he doesn't stand up straight very well.
Right. But, I mean, he can't. He's not tall. He's still getting into that park for free, so I got news for you. There's not a lot of things he can... I mean, he can do rides there, but...
Yeah, he has plenty of stuff he could ride.
He's not getting on any... Like, if you're going to try and do, like,
Splash Mountain or something.
Any of those. You can't do any of those.
But so I put him up and I say, oh, let's see, I'm doing the whole act, like, well, we'll see if you are, like he's been trying to.
That's my least favorite person at Disney is this person. That's got a kid that's clearly 1.5 feet too short and keeps going, stand taller.
Come on,
let's put your
see
hair
if you're
up.
tall enough, babe. I know you really want to ride this ride.
Every other person's just waiting there going, let's go, move it on.
So then they do the whole, oh, no, just a little too short. And I'm like, oh, no. And
Maybe
then I look at her and
wife's
she
button.
just blinks at me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, we kind of wanted to go on one of the other rides, but the lines are so long. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. You have a great day. And happy birthday, Katie.
Oh, wait a minute. You thought they were going to give you like a speed pass for another line?
That was the hack.
No, the way it works is let's just say you go up there, there's 2 adults and a kid. The kid can't ride the ride. They'll let one adult go on.
Oh, and you stay with the kid?
And then you stay, and then they let you basically get
Swap.
on next.
Oh.
That's how it works.
Okay. I thought they'd
idiot.
give you like a lightning pass for another ride of your choosing.
What other things did you try to do? Did you wear one of those? You remember that slutty T-shirt hack that was going around?
If you break your kid's leg, you can get on all the rides without waiting in line.
Oh, you think you're walking so good? Well, not anymore.
It's a real lightning pass.
All right, well,
I failed.
Only Allie can take the happiest place on planet Earth and make it feel so sad. It's really unbelievable.
We had a great time.
Wrap up the show with your takeaways and give you some more lift tickets after Jimmy World on KROQ. Caller 20 right now. Let's give away a pair of lift tickets for some Klein Alley Snow. Ditch Day on Friday as we take over Snow Summit. Give those away as we get the hell out of here today with takeaways. What do we got?
213, my takeaway is Klein is a great KROQ DJ, but a horrible middle school DJ.
Terrible. I thought, by the way, I thought it was so cool when I did that. I'm just going to play the whole Weezer album. And they shut me down. I never got that job ever again.
626, my takeaway is a partial standing ovation means something very different to Jimmy Kimmel and Madonna.
That's a good takeaway.
Yeah, and 818, my takeaway is nothing is sadder than a Coinstar line.
God, that is so true. All right, except for Allie's trip to Disney, maybe. Your takeaway from today's show, Jake the Nerd, what do you got?
I got a couple. Books aren't the only thing Allie doesn't read.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to eat a foot-long savory Jimmy.
Yeah, the Savory Jimmy, the arch nemesis of Sweet James. By the way, Sweet James joined us this morning to tell us he will be fronting the cost of wrapping Jake's car, and that Jake officially lost the bet. So this week, we're going to wrap Jake's car, and then we can move on, put that whole chapter of our lives behind us.
Yeah, somebody on the text line suggested that he should have the car wrapped for as long as we kept our New Year's resolutions.
Well, it's good.
So that would
it's
be
like 2
a few
months.
months.
2 months plus.
Yeah.
I like that. Omar, takeaway?
My takeaway is that you feel like a giant at your new house.
I do feel like a giant.
Fee, fi, fo, fum, I'm home.
And little ceilings, and I hold the little Coronas, the Cornitas, and I just feel like a giant up there in my little room. Allie, takeaway?
My takeaway is that sewers are full of roid fish.
Yeah, those roid fish are all jacked up. Yeah, feed me poop. Let's go. Have a great rest of your day. We're going to get out of here.
Did you get that one?
No. Don't pull the clip. Hey, Sabrina.
Yes.
We're going to see you on Friday for Ditch Day. You ready to go?
I'm ready. I have the day off, so that's perfect.
Beautiful. We will see you up on Top Snow Summit. A couple lift tickets coming your way. We got more of those tomorrow for you. We'll do it tomorrow. Try to do it better. In the meantime, Omar, take us out. Bye.
That they feel that they feel that